to the Journey of Enlightenment Tarot course. I'm really hoping that you will love these cards as much as I do. They have been born through many years of reading cards for myself and reading for clients. What I found was when I was younger and I was sort of trying to do things, I would come across blockages and I just wouldn't be able to make it. Or if I did make it, after a few weeks, it would all go to pot and I'd wonder, what the hell is happening? Why can't I be happy? Why can't I get the job that I want? What's wrong with me? What's going on? And I found it so difficult to understand myself. So what I started to do is, I'd always loved tarot, and I started to really look beyond just the regular meaning of tarot and start to dig deeper and start to look more in depth at the blocks and what the cards were telling me. So when the Emperor came in, it wasn't just about all the traditional readings, all the traditional meanings. It was really looking in depth at how the Emperor, so I'd sit and meditate on the meaning, I'd sit and feel into the message. And I suppose what happened eventually is I just started channeling and connecting into my spirit guides and connecting into the message beyond the Emperor. So that's what the process I did to make all these cards. And as I said, they've just come over years of looking to see why certain things were going on inside my life. I'd come to the conclusion that there wasn't any outside forces blocking me getting on in life. It was me. It was all coming from me. And once I realised that and start looking into the answers of how I could get beyond these emotional blocks, I really found ways to empower myself through the meaning of these cards. So I'm hoping you will find the same. So I do use these cards to predict the future. I mean, tarot is about doing that, but more than anything, these are about making your future, how you want your future to be. So it's more, perhaps you can start with doing the past, you know, just a 3-card spread, the past, the now and the future. And then you can look at the card that you've got in the future, and if you don't like it, you can then ask, how do I change that? Or if there's something you want to get to, you can start looking at the steps you need to take to get to this. A bit later on in the course, I'll show you a spread which is all about what's blocking me and what's in my way. And then you can really start to look at what's the block and how you can take back your power and move through that block by facing up to different emotions or taking control of certain emotions. And that will help you really get through in your life, or help your clients to get through. So this tarot deck can really help you, if you allow it to, if you want to, of course, help you through this journey, because it will help you look at your shadows of those thoughts that perhaps you don't want to see, those emotions that you don't want to face sometimes, and the part that you don't really want to look at that's sort of held in your subconscious. And sometimes you're not even aware that you're doing this, you know, until you start getting older. Sometimes you don't see the pattern, but these are to bring it to your attention no matter what age you're doing it, so you don't have to get to how I got to so many years down the line before I realized that I was sort of had this self-sabotaging pattern for reasons that had come through you know, through my life. So it does sound a bit extreme, but this is how I feel that the tarot can work. It can really help you look in and unblock everything. And when you do have these patterns that go through life, a lot of the time it's because they're blockages about not thinking that you're worthy, about not thinking that you deserve this, or that perhaps you're going on the wrong route. So these will really help you go and discover a little bit more about yourself. The energy in these cards is all very emotional charged, and they can show you what emotions to enhance and what emotions you can control to release the energy you need, and then the energy that you need to harness to get that drive back into your life, to get the focus back into your life, and clear some of the thoughts that are holding you back in your subconscious mind. By observing these images, we can develop a clearer picture of what's going on inside us. Okay, and they bring to our attention the behaviour patterns that perhaps we weren't aware of. You can help this journey if you want to use these cards to do a journey to enlightenment, and you can help this by keeping a journal, becoming aware of what triggers you, and then writing it down. What makes you angry? Why did you cry? What made you upset? What made you shout? Or what made you lose control that time? Or what made you feel unloved? Whatever the emotion is, then sit and pull some cards just to ask you, for deeper insight into what's going on, and then how, and then look for the answer. So ask what's going on, and then ask how to work with it. What do you have to do to change this behaviour pattern? So it doesn't all have to be negative. It's not as if you're always looking for the problems. You can also ask when you're feeling happy, how do I get more of this? How do I maintain? Well, you don't want to maintain it all the time, but how do you take this emotion and make it last longer? And why am I afraid to feel this happy all the time? So you can just keep asking and asking, and you will get the answers that you want. Okay. So yeah, this tarot can help you start replacing all the negative emotions that you may feel by giving you other things to focus on and creating the positive steps that you need to start manifesting what you want in your life. It may take some time as you get into the habit of feeling empowered and being empowered and taking control of your emotions, and thus taking control of your life and your future. So please let the big journey begin now.